Broke Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this beautiful grey Kia Carnival SLI. Now this is a 2015 model, however the shape, the design and the features are pretty much almost similar to what you get in the current model. So what we'll do is run through the condition of the car as well as some of the features that come in the SLI model. So having a look at the front end now, got that beautiful front end condition, big front grille. It is a big car, let's be honest. That is why you're looking at it, but very nice design in the front of these cars. You got that front parking sensors located right in the front of the front bar. They are color matched to the vehicle, so they're blending quite nicely to that front bar, and fog lamps are also fitted down the bottom. Now the headlights are a nice big design, daytime running lights through the middle to improve the visibility during the day, and also projector globes and indicator lamps all fitted in there. Now coming across to the side, I will note there was no damage or any kind of marks really on the front of the vehicle, which is a good sign. And taking a look at that first alloy wheel, now you've got a dual tone alloy, grey on the inside and a polished aluminium on the outside. Now this rim is pretty good for the most part, apart from a very minor superficial scratch just on the edge of the rim, but it's nothing really too major, you can barely notice it. Now there is lots of tread on those tires. Just trying to see if we fitted new tires. No, we didn't fit new tires, but there is plenty of tread remaining on those. Now coming across the side, there are color matched side mirrors and door handles in that nice grey color. Indicator lamp is also fitted into that side mirror. What that does is elevates the lamp, but also clears up the quarter panel and improves the visibility of your indicating. Now as you can see, the side mirrors stay closed in when the vehicle is actually locked. When you unlock it, you can either use the key. Now there are two keys with the vehicle. There is also a physical key located in the remote. You simply press that button. That is only if this remote actually dies. Otherwise you can use this little button here, press that, that's going to unlock the door as long as you're within proximity, and also it's going to open up your side mirrors. But so you can have a look inside the car. Now it does come with full leather interior, and it comes with this really nice dual tone finish. It does have a beige kind of grey color on the inside and a darker grey blacky kind of color on the outside. There's very fine red stitching through the seats just to break it up, makes it look a little bit nice, and also electric seat controls through the vehicle for all your driver and passenger needs. Kia Carnival carpet mats already fitted in there for you. If you know much about these cars, those are a tricky task on its own, so we've done that for you prior to you owning the vehicle. And minor scuffing just on the edging of that trim, but there is a scuff plate there to protect the actual paint. And the door card also presents in pretty good nick. Maybe a little bit of wear and tear here on the inside, but nothing too major that you need to concern yourself with. And if I close this up, I will also note the car does come tinted, which is great news because we all know the benefits of tint. We always highly recommend it. So it's good to see the previous owner has opted for that. Now, one little thing you should know about the Kia is your spare wheel is actually located right under here. So just for future reference, hopefully you never have to use it, but it is located just underneath. Now to actually open the door, the SLI series come with automatic doors. So you just have to pull the latch and the door is going to open up and click itself in. Now you've got 3 seats in the middle and 3 seats in the back. These second row seats present pretty well. There's some slight indentation, probably from a car seat that was situated in this seat here. Now, and that middle seat you can also remove if you wanted to use it as a spacious 7-seater. Very easy access to get around and into the back row, or you can just keep that there and utilize the extra seats, but you can pull that out. Now, these seats come with handrests, and to access the back, you simply pull that lever and pull it up, and you can access the back row quite easily. But very easy car to actually use considering its size. It's good to see that all the right things Kia has fitted in, all the right equipment. Now to close the doors, there is a little button on the inside here, your lever, which you can just pull, or a little button located on this pillar here on both sides of the actual car. So you can press that again and the door is going to close. Now there are controls for these doors inside the vehicle, so you don't have to get in and out of the car to open them. Taking a look at that second rim, this one does seem to have a little bit of gashing just on the edging here, but again, very superficial marks. Don't have to worry too much about it. You've got lots of tread on those Kumo tires. Coming across to the tailgate now, condition on the tailgate seems to be pretty good. If I'm being super picky, it looks like there might have been a touch-up done just here, but it's very, very minimal, nothing too major. You can barely even notice it. Kia badging located in the middle and your reverse camera mounted underneath the lip. There are also reverse parking sensors, which are going to aid you in parking such a large vehicle. All your chrome badging at the back, a high mounted brake light on that roof spoiler, and there is also a rear wiper and washer on the vehicle, which is good. It's going to keep your rear back window nice and clean. Now to open the boot, you just press the button there. You do get the automatic tailgate in the SLI model, and You can see again, lots of space in the car. Generally vehicles will compromise on boot space to have the back seats, but this, you kind of get the best of both worlds. So you got lots of boot space and you can still pull these seats up like so. I'm just gonna get it to click in. Doesn't want to click in for me. Must be something just clipped at the bottom, but pretty easy system to use. I'm just going to check. I think the carpet mats are actually blocking it. That's why it's not clicking in. But these are quite easy to use. So if you want to drop the seats, you simply pull that lever and the seats are going to drop, and you can pull this back into its position like this. You can also unclip the seat belt just to kind of make it easier for you to close the seats, but also so you don't have this kind of strap going across the back of the vehicle. But lots of room here in the back, and there are also car seat tether points you can see in the back of the car. So unlike most real people movers or 7-seaters, the Carnival actually gets car seat mounting points in the back of the car. So that's what makes, again, this more unique than any of the other people movers on the market at the moment. And jack and tools are located on the left here, and you also have a 12-volt socket if you wanted to add any additional things. And there is a button on the boot here. You just simply press that and that's going to close up. Coming across the passenger side, paintwork's really good. Minor scratch here. Can barely even notice it unless you're super picky. And it's actually quite a nice pearlescent finish. Now, fuel filler cap is on the passenger side, being the safe side if you have to pull over in case of an emergency. And that third rim actually seems to be completely unmarked. There is just a little mark here, but it's probably just a bit of dirt. The rim itself, though, still presents in pretty good nick. Passenger side seems to be in very good condition. A few minor touch-ups that we have gone through of touching up for you, but you can really not notice it unless you're being super picky like I am. A little bit of blue paint here. I believe that will come off in a detail. It looks like it will. Don't stress too much about that. And that fourth and final rim, if I'm trying to be super picky, a little bit of minor superficial gashing here, but other than that, that rim presents pretty well. So what we're going to do now is pop the hood and take a look inside the vehicle. Look inside the engine bay of the Kia Carnival. We've got a very compact engine bay. Now what you have here is Kia's 4-cylinder 2.2 litre turbo diesel motor. Now the car does come fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. More gears means better shifting, smoother drive, but also more torque when you actually need it. Now this car is a diesel vehicle with an 80 litre capacity fuel tank, and does have a combined fuel consumption of about 7.7 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of about 1,039 kilometers off a full tank, all depending on how you drive and how much weight you're going to be carrying around in this big vehicle. Okay, taking a look inside the Kia Carnival now. First thing I've got to point out is there is actually a lot of room in this vehicle. Very comfortable to sit in, lots of leg room, lots of arm room, lots of storage space. Great if you have a large, like a big family, you can just keep a lot of snacks and stuff in here, hide it all. But on the driver's side door, now you get your full automatic windows. All 4 windows are automatic. You got the nice big ones in the back for the bigger doors. Above that is your central locking button, your window lock controls, and also toggles for your side mirrors. There is a little button to actually fold them in if you wanted to, but like I said, if you leave it in auto mode, they're going to fold in when you actually lock the vehicle. Now on the right side of the dash, a few blank buttons here, but next to that is your stability control and an illumination for your cluster. Below that is your fuel release cap, and down the bottom is your hood release. Now coming over to the stalk, on the right hand stalk is your left and right indicator with your fog lamp controls and your headlight controls. Now for your headlights, you can just leave it in your auto mode. Car's going to sense when it needs to turn them on and actually put them on, or you can just force them on like so. And on the left hand side is your wipers and washers, both front and rear. Steering wheel is a very nice comfortable leather stitched steering wheel. Very soft leather, doesn't seem to be any wear or tear on it, which is good. On the right hand side are a few little controls. So right hand side has your cruise control on the far right, and these sets of controls are actually for the display in your dash here. So that'll give you your speedometer, your servicing intervals, your settings, trip A, trip B, and you can kind of flick through them using this little dial, and then you can use the back option or cancel option. On the left hand side is your media controls for your head unit. So mode is obviously going to be to flick through your AM, FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, CD, USB auxiliary, whatever it is that you're using. And then you've got your mute and volume and your kind of seek option here with call and reject. Now coming over to the middle screen, first button here being the most important button, your engine stop start. So you put your foot on the brake and press that to actually turn it on. The head unit display is a nice big head unit display. Now it is fully touchscreen, but there are hard buttons for all the controls as well. So below that, all the hard buttons for pretty much AM FM radio. If I press that, you can see it'll take us to AM FM. If I press media, that's going to be your kind of broader options like your Bluetooth audio, your iPod, your USB. Obviously nothing's connected, so it's not letting me prompt anything. And then you got a display button to turn it off if it's a bit annoying, and maps and navigation. So this car does come with inbuilt maps and navigation. You can see we're in Kangan Drive in Berwick, and if you press Navi, that's going to allow you to actually route out where it is that you want to go. Like I said, you can use the actual touchscreen as well. CD input at the top. Below that is your tri-zone climate control system. So driver and passenger have different settings, and you've also got controls for the rear. Now you can actually control the rear settings from the back, but I will point that out in a minute. Or you can just control that all from the front here. You've got your rear on and off. I can turn that off if I wanted to, and your fan speeds, modes, and then your front fan speeds here with your temperatures. So if you adjust it, it'll actually show on the top of the actual screen there. So pretty easy system to use. Hazards right in the middle. And below that, small little storage with a USB input and auxiliary input. And you've got two cup holders and this very nice gear shifter. You just simply press that button and pull it down. And if I put it into reverse, you'll see that reverse camera that does come in the car. Rear bar there, very clear to see. And you've got your guiding lines for you. If I bring it down into drive and flick it to the right, that is actually going to engage sports shift. So it doesn't mean it's going to be faster or, you know, more responsive. It just means it'll give you a little bit more control over the gears. In case you're going up a hill and have a lot of weight in the car, you can just pull it across, drop it down a gear, get that extra torque to pull you up the hill comfortably, or just leave it in drive and plant your foot. Now you've got your active eco, that's going to save you a little bit of fuel, and you've got your parking sensor button, which you can turn off if they do get a bit annoying. If you notice there's no handbrake, it's because there is a foot brake system here, so you simply have to press on the foot brake and that'll push it out, that'll engage and release the actual handbrake. Now you've got this nice leather stitch center console armrest in that nice beige leather. If I lift that up, there's a shelving system here which will actually slide around and clip in if you wanted to. There is a little cable feeder here, so if you want to plug your USB at the bottom and then feed the cable out and have your phone out here, you can, on the shelf. Otherwise, below that there is a compartment if you want to keep your phone, a USB input, and also 12-volt socket for extra charging. And as you can see, a much deeper compartment underneath that actual shelving unit. So lots of space in the car. Two cup holders in the back, and a small little storage down the bottom here with a USB input for one passenger in the back of the car. And if I get the camera person to pan around the interior and come up to the roof here, that is your rear aircon control. So the passengers in the back can actually control their aircon system themselves. There is a display of temperatures, fan speeds, etc. Now as the camera person pans around, just so you know, you can see that seat is actually a little bit more forward than the rest of the seats, so you can actually adjust these second row seats how you would like to. You can move it forward and back depending on the kind of room that you want in the front of the car or on the back of the vehicle. So very kind of adjustable vehicle, great for a big family and any kind of needs that the family would have. So very nice condition on the interior, apart from a few dents on either side of these leather seats, due to either having, most likely having car seats on them. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you very much for watching the walk around video on this beautiful 2015 Kia Carnival SLI. Now as you can see, the car does present in excellent condition, and you've got great amount of features being the SLI model. So if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. But just before I go, this car actually qualifies for a premium mechanical protection plan. What that will offer you is 5 years additional protection, up to 200,000 kilometers on 181 electrical and mechanical parts. Now that will also come with 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So if you plan on doing a bit of touring, a bit of driving, especially after all these lockdowns are over, you want to take this and go on a long drive, you can, but you're still going to be protected and covered in case something does happen. So make sure you ask us about this service, because there is great value in that. In addition to that, I would highly recommend you talk to us about our glass coat protection. Now what that is going to do is apply a 10% protecting layer around the whole paint, around the whole vehicle. It's going to protect the paint from bird droppings, bat droppings, oxidization, fading, rusting, peeling, all those things that can really contaminate the paint and stop it looking this good. And with this pearlescent finish, and considering how much car there is, you're going to want to make sure you take advantage of this, because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean as well. Now these two things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, we'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal diesel affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump onto Google, search up Barrick Mitsubishi and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 9907 0555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.